Thanks for tuning in on Thursday night to get a football prediction and a wine pairing from me, Francis. Uh, I hope you're here every week, so go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss it. Now, tonight's game is going to see the 9-5 Denver Broncos in Los Angeles playing the 8-6 LA Chargers. The last time these two teams met earlier this season, the Chargers beat the Broncos. But overall, in their history of playing each other, the Broncos have generally beaten the Chargers more often. Now, the Broncos have kind of an exciting player for them, which is their rookie quarterback, Bo Nix. And a lot of people really kind of like him to maybe be Offensive Player of the Year. Unfortunately, in the last two games, he's thrown 5 interceptions. So that's not really going to bode well when you have people like Jaden Williams of the Commanders, or even the kind of unpredictableness of Caleb Williams on the Bears. You know, they're just having better years overall. The other thing is, for the Chargers, though, their quarterback is a game-time decision. Justin Herbert is hurt. So if he doesn't play, that's not really going to bode well for the Chargers. The Chargers are at home, and they are a 2.5 point favorite. Generally, the home team is usually a 3-point favorite. I'm going to go with Denver because I just don't think that the Chargers are going to be able to do it, even though the Chargers have the #1 scoring defense in the league. With that said, they're going to need that defense to really score a lot if Herbert does not play today. So I'm taking Denver on this one. Now, today for the wine, even though I said we would be having a lot of sparkling wine, and we have been having a lot more than usual, sometimes you can't just have sparkling wine. I mean, that's a lie. Even as I said it, I knew it was a lie. But I received a bottle of wine, and I thought I would open it and see how it is. Often I get wine as a gift from people or as a gift to myself that I buy when I go to the store. And this one was something that I was gifted from my day job. And I wasn't really sure how it was going to be. And so I opened it today to see how it is. And the one that I got was Duckhorn Napa Valley Cabernet Sauvignon 2021. Now, I was not familiar with this winery or this wine. So I was coming into it completely blind. And one of the things that I found out about it is that while it is Cabernet Sauvignon, it is actually, in fact, only 94% Cabernet Sauvignon. Napa Valley allows you to have a minimum of 85% of one grape varietal, and then you can list that as the type of grape that's in the wine. So there's 84% of Cabernet Sauvignon in this wine. There is also 5% of Merlot, which I noticed immediately because one of the tasting notes is something that I consider extremely Merlot focused, which is kind of a raisin taste. And then there is 1% Cabernet Franc, which I love. So in the glass, you'll see it has a super beautiful dark purple color. Even the edges are a dark ruby. So I was really impressed with the beautiful color. On the nose, I'm getting like a very faint rose scent, which was kind of surprising. A little bit of oak, which makes sense because this wine has been aged 16 months in French oak. And then also a little bit of blackberry and cotton. And when I say cotton, I mean just like kind of cotton balls, fresh cotton. And there's also like faint, just like with the rose, something that kind of reminded me of Band-Aids. So anyway, I wasn't really sure where this wine was going to go because it was a little bit all over the place. On the tongue, this wine's extremely jammy up front. And when I first opened the bottle, the first sip I had, I thought, Jesus, this is so sweet. I don't think I'm going to like this. But as time went on, I had it open for about an hour before I went back to it. It kind of mellowed out. But it is very jammy. It is very fruit forward. It has a really lush mouthfeel. It also has a very long finish. And I would say that the tannins are pretty high on this one. So if you're still making your climb up on reds, you're probably going to want to skip this one because it's going to turn you off straight away. It also has a raisin taste, and that is the Merlot coming through 100%. It has like a strong raisin flavor as well as a little bit of blackberry. Overall, I thought it was enjoyable, but I also Googled it to find out what the price point on it is. And this bottle is $80 and it's not worth $80. I've had things that cost half as much that are better. It's not terrible, it's just not worth 80 bucks. So if somebody else wants to give you a bottle, it's perfect. Now, there are many things that one could eat, and it is the holiday time. And so I decided to go with something else that I received as a gift. I received a gift of a dessert that is called a gâteau basque. A gâteau basque. And the description said it was somewhere between a cake and a tart and a pie, and that's not really accurate. It's actually more like a very dense brownie. It is extremely chocolatey, and I have a pretty small piece because it's extremely dense. It's dense and rich and has strong notes of dark chocolate, which makes it a perfect accompaniment for this because with its high tannins, it really kind of cuts through that richness, and it is jammy but not too sweet, so we're getting into the sweetness here. And listen, sometimes you're watching a game and you're not actually having food. I know sometimes I'm watching a game and I'm really only having snacks, and this seemed like the perfect choice. So let's recap it. Go ahead and take Denver. It's a long shot even though they're not the favorite, but I just feel like that they can do it tonight. And then for the wine, if you're feeling fancy, or if you have an extra 80 bucks burning a hole in your pocket, get this Duckhorn Cabernet Sauvignon from Napa Valley 2021 vintage. All right, I'll see you again soon. Don't forget to subscribe. Cheers.